Welcome to a Transformers Cybertron review. This time we're going to be taking a look at the Supreme Class Starscream figure, which is a freaking beast. This is America's version of Galaxy Force Starscream, which was a Mega or Voyager class size figure, depending on what lingo you want to use. But this is basically over big blown up version of that with just some simple modifications. The jet itself is inspired by the War Within Starscream design. The cockpit does not open. It does have wheels that actually make it roll pretty smoothly. Usually, and they're real tiny too. If you look on the bottom here, these wheels here, I mean, it rolls real smooth, which it was a surprising thing when playing with this figure. As you can see, it does have a crown on top here, which you can take off and sit to the side, or you can have it stored in jet mode. But I prefer it like that. I think just because that's the way it was used on this show. Nothing else too special going on here. He doesn't have any. You can use his gimmick in this mode, but I'm going to save that for robot mode. He does have these two opposable cannons here, which do not fire, but other than that, it's pretty big and clunky. I mean, it doesn't have any more detail than what you really saw in the Voyager class figure, which was one of the best Starscream figures in my opinion. Get to the transformation, which is nearly identical to the Voyager class version. Gonna start by just pulling these arms off to the side just so you can get to the legs a little bit better. Separate the front section like this, and then you can extend the legs out like this and fold them around. Oh, and before you collapse the legs all the way, and you want to fold this little piece up in itself. That's one thing that's different from the Japanese version. Take the feet, fold them up, and then there's the heel pieces right here. Fold those out, and then fold the toe bits inward. So the bottom half is done. Now I'll just take this entire section here and fold it down on itself. You can see the head now. Then we can, oh, that part came off. Fold these down. And the arms are tucked behind it. Which, these arms are a little bit, man, they're tight. It's a little difficult to get those in. And one of the last things I want to do is just separate the wings here in the back, and you can fold them forward a little bit like that. And that is King Starscream in robot mode. He is a full Supreme size toy, and is very limited in posability. He's very clunky. That's full range in his forearm, but his arms do rotate all the way around. No side to side motion. The fists have no motion. The legs are pretty basic. The feet, no side to side motion in the feet. The knees do rotate around, and basic ratchet joint in the upper legs, and no waist articulation. So he's pretty much limited. So you can't really pose him all too well, and without his weapons deployed anyway, which I'm going to get to right now. He did come with 2 Cyber Planet keys, which you can store right here. He came with the Earth Leadership one and a basic Decepticon one. Put one right here, and one of his blades will pop out. Well, his only blade. His smaller counterpart had 2 blades, but after one was destroyed, it was replaced with a gun. Oh, and I just lost that key, which is pretty neat. I like it. It's a really cool design to fire it. There's a button right here, and when you push it forward, these things are spring activated, so you give it just a little bit more of a mechanical look to it, and fires out. So really, you could only pose him in something like this, where with his weapons aiming at you. All in all, it's not the worst Starscream toy. I mean, it's definitely has its own certain appeal. It comes with a crown, which this is the only Starscream that actually came with one without having to get a fan product. And it is probably, I think there might have been one just as big, if not maybe a little bit smaller than this. The Machine War Starscream, I think, was pretty big, but if I'm not mistaken, this is the biggest Starscream figure available, so it has a little bit of appeal there. But as a toy itself, it's pretty crappy, and I can only recommend him just because of the in late Cybertron, he did become really big. He was huge, like almost the size of a mountain at one point, but then he shrunk a little bit to be about in the same comparison with the rest of the toys as far as this figure goes. But yeah, he is in scale with the Starscream from the later half of the Cybertron / Galaxy Force cartoon. But if I were going to give a recommendation for a Starscream from the cartoon, I would definitely get the regular Voyager class Galaxy Force Starscream figure. Definitely prefer that one over this one. Until next time, thank you for watching.